Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And first of all, go ahead and check out the new series over on Anime King 2. What if Naruto was too advanced for his age? I'll be leaving a link right at the top of the description for you guys to enjoy. So go over there and check out that guys and enjoy that. But I'm gonna be giving you part 3 of what if Naruto became the god of lightning on this channel right now guys. If you're having a bad day, I really hope that this or anything else that I can do can make it better guys. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And also stay tuned for the rest of the what ifs coming your way. What if Naruto was betrayed by Haruno over on Anime King 3 guys. So stay tuned for that as well. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the 3 channels. Anime King 2, and Anime King 3. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, years passed since Naruto joined the academy, and Naruto was now 12 years old. Naruto regime was, well, difficult for a kid. After all, most kids could not do 1,000 push-ups or 1,000 pull-ups. Yes, Naruto was going intense since grandma started training him. At the academy, Naruto was becoming quite popular. Despite of what he contained, many of the girls in the class liked him. Many of them liked Sasuke however, and both boys had a rival streak. Seeing that Sasuke was at the top of the class, since Naruto arrived 6 months after him and took that spot rather easily, with the fox trained Naruto in his fox style of fighting, not to mention the things that Naruto knew, but he still didn't use them to their fullest ability yet, because it would be quite suspicious for him to just have these amazing abilities, so the fox don't hold off on that. Everything was going along well, as Naruto also met a new friend. Her name was Anko, as he met her while going into the forest of death. As she was rather nice, well, a bit sadistic but nice. Naruto continued his training as he kept on pushing himself to get stronger. As Naruto has come far with his lightning abilities, he was able to manipulate lightning to certain degrees. As he once again fought and bested Sasuke, as Ino and the other half of the class cheered, while the other half booed that Naruto won, as Sakura was still fawning over Sasuke, and she believed that Sasuke was just the greatest. Naruto training however was rather difficult and deadly, as he made his way towards the forest of death in the middle of night. As Naruto was able to create a giant spider from pure electricity, and make it attack him. That caused too much commotion though, as Naruto was surrounded by spiders, hundreds of them. Spiders have a lot of babies, so the forest was crawling with them, especially now that it was late in the night, as Naruto had to fight him way through an onslaught. The numbers were becoming overwhelming as he had to borrow some of the fox chakra to make his way. As he came upon the mother of all spiders, the thing was giant. As Naruto performed one of his new jutsus, the lightning edge, as he conducted the lightning towards his hand, the thing was so potent it became like flowing water itself. There was no crackling, the lightning was just so potent and flowing. As Naruto burst right through the spider with that attack, tearing through it. As Naruto made his way and panted as he exited the forest of death. The next morning, Naruto was exhausted as the time was already late. He performed the minimum requirement as he passed the exam, finally becoming a genin. Now things are going to be a lot different. So yeah guys, so basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across the PlayStation Network for yourself. So what is to begin this new episode? We begin this episode in the forest, where we find none other than Naruto Uzumaki himself, going over a scroll. A very valuable scroll to the village, that if taken would be, well, great consequences given what the scroll entail. This one sounds awesome, said Naruto, as he was talking to grandma. Well, mainly focus on lightning ones for now. You don't have to worry about the clone jutsu, seeing that you already know that. Try out that S rank 1. Are you sure I'm ready for something like that? Naruto asks. Well, you're running out of time, so you might as well try it anyway. Summon 3 other clones to work on the others. Naruto nodded. The reason why he was out here with the scroll of sealing was because Mizuki was trying to trick him. If he was dumb as before, it would have worked, but Naruto already knew. Flashback. As Naruto was making his way home, he knew that he was being followed. He had just passed the exam, and he had his headband tied around his waist. Making his way, he finally stopped, where he saw something flash overhead. As he glanced up, but the thing was already gone. Continuing on through his way, he saw Mizuki right in front of him, waving him down. This guy, there's a feeling of dread from him. Like I've always, since before, but now it's more intense. Watch out, kid, said Kurama. He wouldn't be stupid enough to try anything out in the open, said Naruto. And even if he does, I bet I can take him. You're getting cocky. I like that, said Kurama. Really? I thought that would get a ninja kill. Well, if you have the strength to back it up, you can be as cocky as you want. Oh, hello there, Mizuki-sensei, said Naruto. Ah, Naruto-kun, said Mizuki. You ran off so quick I never even got a chance to talk to you. Let's walk, he said. Naruto continued his walk as the man spoke to him. Given that ability that you show, and showing one special ability to us, me and Iruka decided to give you the secret test. Secret test, said Naruto, playing dumb. Well, you see, once a year, if you find an academic student that is far advanced, as what you are, able to produce lightning in that quantity already, there's a infiltration test given. In the Hokage library, in the basement, there's a scroll, the scroll of sealing. If you're able to take that scroll without me getting caught, and make your way to the forest, at the west side of the village, and learn one jutsu from that scroll, you'll be able to pass this test. And D-rank missions won't be a problem for you, because you'll be granted that special sensei to train you to your limits, so that you can perform higher missions other than any other genin. Wait, even Sasuke, said Naruto. Mizuki smirked to himself. Yes, not even the last Uchiha would get something like this. So, this is a secret test, so you should not tell anyone about it until you get the scroll. Do you understand? Alright, said Naruto. I'll retrieve it right away, he said. Alright then, and make your way to the forest. I'll be out there soon enough to see if you have accomplished your task. He gave Naruto a warm smile. And with that, Mizuki quickly jumped off. He really think that you're that stupid? Well, it seems that way, said Naruto. So, what do I do? Tell the old man? No. You might as well enjoy this moment. What do you mean, Naruto asks? Well, given that this guy is clearly a traitor, you will fall into no problem of your own if they thought that you were just tricked. So you think I should steal it, said Naruto. Well, you're gonna give it back in the end. But yes, I believe that you should take it. That scroll must contain some valuable jutsus. And you can use that ability of yours to test it out, to see if you can make it inside the Hokage's office without being caught. And what if I do get caught? Well, then you explain. And that traitor gets thrown into jail. I guess you're right, said Naruto. So with that, Naruto headed off. Naruto stopped right in front of Hokage's tower. As he placed his hands together, night was coming down as the moonlight was already shining over the village. He started to focus as lightning started cracking on his body slightly. The lightning crackled to a point where it started to reflect the light around him. As Naruto's body was just completely gone. It looked like he disappeared. Yes, he completely vanished out of sight. The moonlight reflecting on him. Naruto was standing right there, but his body was gone. He couldn't be seen. Naruto smirked to himself. It's working perfectly. Of course it would. I taught you, remember? Oh yeah, I forgot. You were the almighty High Fox, said Naruto. Better remember that, said Kurama. So with that, Naruto sneaked in. As he was able to keep up the lightning density, so it could still reflect, despite there being no moonlight inside. It was quiet. His lightning was perfect for assassination jutsu, because the moment he passed by all the guards. And then he saw the scroll, and the rest was history. End of flashback. Naruto was panting on the ground. Well, I think I got it. Kurama smiled inside of his mind. You did well, brat. But I can't use that here, said Naruto. Who even created something like that, Naruto wondered. Well, must be a high-scale destruction jutsu, given the certain outputs. Yeah, said Naruto as he got to his feet. But what of the wind, Affinity, he said. Well, you're not that potent when it comes to wind. Lightning is more your mean, but you can still use it. So you don't have to worry about that. Hey, he's coming. As Naruto nodded, Naruto sat back down the scroll. Before, someone landed on a tree branch. Oh, there you are. Naruto, I've been looking for you. Mizuki said a fake smile on his face, but Naruto saw the sweat drop on the man's forehead. He's worrying, said Kurama, as he could sense out people's emotions. Having been talking to Naruto and giving Naruto his chakra for the past few years, the seal, well, it hasn't weakened, but has given more of a room. Not to mention the mindscape has changed completely to give him more of a better, well, a viewing area. At the moment, Kurama was sitting down in a chair. He could see through Naruto's eyes when he wanted to, and Naruto allowed him as well. There was a massive screen in front of him. The place was completely different, palm trees, a sandy beach over to the side. But there was something around his arms, two bracers, with a sealing kanji on it. Yes, he was still sealed, despite it didn't look that way. He looked like he was in paradise. Naruto gave him free rein to do as much as he can, even though he didn't have to eat. He had a long glass of lemonade beside him, with takoyaki in a bowl, as he was smiling and watching the show. Alright kid, let's put all of that training to good use. You never actually had to fight someone of this level before. Remember, focus, and don't screw up like the stupid human you are. You know, that's not well reassuring, said Naruto. Well, know this, if you lose, you'll die. Meanwhile, Mizuki jumped down. Alright Naruto, have you gotten the jutsu that I told you to? Yeah, said Naruto. Oh, and which one? A D-rank wind level jutsu. Wind, huh? Well, wind users are very rare in Fire Country. Give me the scroll, let me see it for myself. No. What? You heard me. No, said Naruto. This is not time to joke around. Pass the scroll over here. I said no. I wonder, what would cause someone like you to betray the village? Mizuki narrowed his eyes. I mean, come on. You've been an academy teacher for years now. So what would cause you to do this? A wicked grin came on Mizuki's face. You know, if you had stayed quiet, this would have been so much easier for you. But running your mouth in a situation like this, you stupid naive brat. I don't have much time, so I guess I have to take care of you. Oh, said Naruto as he shifted his foot. So you're gonna try and kill me now to get away, are you? Well, pretty much. But before you die, you should know something. Oh, and what is that, said Naruto? Well, you should understand why they hate you. Hate me, said Naruto. After all, you've been through so much not knowing, so I figure I might tell you. Tell me what, said Naruto. What you truly are. What I am? Suddenly, someone else flashed beside Naruto. Naruto, what have you done? You have the entire village in disarray, looking for you. Why did you steal a forbidden scroll of sealing? What? Said Naruto. Well, Mizuki-sensei told me to do it, so that I can pass second test. Second test? What are you talking about? Naruto went on to explain, playing the dumb part. As Haruka's eyes narrowed. Mizuki, what are you doing? Haruka, it had to be you, huh? Well, I guess. It doesn't matter, because none of you here are leaving tonight. But before that, as I was saying, you are the demon that attacked the village 12 years ago. What? Mizuki, no! He needs to know, Haruka, before he dies. The demon at the village is you. You are that horrible, wicked, destruction, crazy, psychotic demon that should be put down and killed. Naruto clenched his fist. Don't talk about Kurama-sensei like that. As Kurama was watching everything, as he was not saying a word. And now you die, Mizuki said as he pulled a Fuma Shuriken and tossed it. Haruka leaped forward and blocked him with a kunai. Mizuki, stop this before you go any further. I'm afraid I can't, Haruka. As Mizuki shot forward, the both of them started to engage and clash. Naruto, run! Naruto picked up the scroll off ceiling as he rushed off. He didn't stop a few feet away as he created a clone. The clone grabbed the scroll and started to jump away. As he turned back, something was thrown with so much force that it slammed into a tree. As it was Haruka, he groaned in pain as he tried to pick himself up. Mizuki grabbed the Fuma Shuriken and tossed it. The thing whistled through the air. Haruka turned as his eyes went wide. As he saw his life flash in front of his eyes, he was going to die. There was no way he could dodge that in time. As the Fuma Shuriken was an inch away from his face, he closed his eyes, resigned to his death because he could not move in time. But he felt no pain. Opening his eyes, he saw the tip of the Fuma Shuriken pressed up against his nose, but it did not pierce him. As he saw Naruto holding into the center of the Fuma Shuriken, stopping it. How was Naruto able to stop something like that? It was then that Haruka noticed. Naruto's hand was glowing slightly. Blue. But he was still worried. Naruto, what are you doing here? Run! No, Sensei, said Naruto. Naruto, you can't fight someone like him. He'll kill you. Leave him alone, Haruka. It's time the demon brat dies once and for all. Hey, where's the damn scroll? Naruto smirked. Don't you mock me, you demon! As Mizuki leaped forward. Naruto then spin on his feet. Haruka noticed that the entire Fuma Shuriken got lit up. The thing was blazing with electricity as Naruto twisted and tossed it. It was only because of years of training and going on missions that Mizuki was able to tilt his head. But he wasn't able to tilt fast enough, as there was a nasty scratch that came on his face from this Fuma Shuriken digging into his skin. But he was lucky that he tilted, because it would have taken off his head. The man was blown back because he got struck in the face by electricity that shocked him. People like you I hate the most, said Naruto. People like you who bully me for my entire life. And I promise myself that it will never happen again. So I won't take it from you or anyone else, said Naruto. As his temperature and his anger was flaring. Haruka noticed the trees. In front of Naruto where he threw the Fuma Shuriken, they were split straight down. How much power did he put in that thing? Mizuki got to his feet. He wiped the blood away as he winced a bit. You think that will be enough, you demonic brat, he said. As he pulled a shuriken, he shot forward. As Naruto pivoted on his feet, as the shuriken slid past his face. Naruto then slammed his hand together. There was a bright spark that went off. The entire place went white for a moment. Even Haruka couldn't see anything. Only thing he heard was pain. Mizuki cried out in pain as he didn't understand this burning sensation flooding through his body. When the light died down, Mizuki saw that Naruto's hand was on his stomach. But that was not what was causing it, his body. As Naruto stepped back, Mizuki's mouth opened as he released a scream of anguish. Haruka was confused what was going on. But inside Mizuki's body right now, several thousands electric currents were going through, zapping the man all over as Naruto had forced electricity inside of him, which his body cannot contain like Naruto's. As Naruto slammed his hands together again, the bright spark went off, blinding everything around. Several punches and kicks could be heard. When the light died down, Mizuki was sent flying as he hit into a tree. Mizuki dropped towards his hands and knees, coughing up blood. Even his fingertips were electrocuting. As he was receiving severe pain, he could barely scream. But the man got to his feet, his eyes blood red. Literal blood was leaking from his eyes, as the electricity inside of him was destroying his nerves. The man coughed up some more blood. If I'm dying, I'm taking you as well, you demonic brat! He reached into his pouch and leaped towards Naruto. Naruto Haruka screamed as Mizuki let off several explosive tags. The explosion was massive. A booming explosion that triggered every Anvu and every Jonin available senses as he rushed towards the forest. As Haruka screamed out Naruto's name, he was blown back by the force as he was sent sailing before crashing on the ground. Tree barks and splinters sending everywhere. Haruka's eyes widened. He was supposed to be the teacher. He was supposed to be the one to protect Naruto. And yet, Naruto just risked his life and ended up dying because of it. Haruka felt tears start to roll up in his eyes. Despite the beast being inside of Naruto, the one that killed his parents. After getting to talk and know the boy, Haruka realized that Naruto was not the demon. He was just a young child that needed the same things as the other child: attentions, love, family. And to watch a boy die like that right in front of him, Haruka was shaking. He couldn't believe it. Why? Why didn't he have enough strength to stand up and fight Mizuki? How could he let Naruto step into this alone? Why did he have to be so stupid? He cursed himself over and over again. He slowly got to his feet, only to wince as a tree bark had stuck into his leg. It was then that he heard it, cackling. Something was cackling. Yes, a lot. Haruka then turned to see the source. His eyes widened. Standing right there in the center of the crater was Naruto. Yes, not even a single scratch on him. Not even a single burn mark. Nothing. But that wasn't what shocked Haruka to his core. It was what was our own Naruto. Pure, potent electricity. It was in the form of a dome, shielding him from everything. Haruka did not understand what was going on. As Naruto see him focus, his arms were together, and the electricity was coming from his body, only for him to drop it and drop towards his knees, panting. Naruto panted hard. That was close. If he hadn't put up that electric field a moment ago, he would have been badly damaged. His body might have been blown to pieces, and he doubted that the Kyuubi could have healed that. He let his guard down, and Mizuki just rushed up on him. Well, in truth, he never expected man to do something so suicidal and stupid. So yeah, he let his guard down big time. As he coughed, there was a lot of smoke and dust around. Naruto, you're okay. Naruto turned around and smiled. As he looked at Haruka Sensei, don't worry Sensei, I'm fine. Haruka rushed forward as he enveloped Naruto in a hug. I'm so glad, he said. That was the scene that the envoys came upon, as all of them landed around quickly, and the group was surrounded. Time skip. Naruto was sitting down in the office. Yeah, I understand, he said. Hiruzen had just went over that he wasn't a demon, that he was just a container. Naruto had to play dumb like he didn't know anything, given that he never told anyone about his relationship with Kurama. So he acted like he didn't know a single thing. But he put on back that smile on his face, so that Gigi wouldn't worry. After all, he had nothing to worry about. In fact, Kurama was one of his best friends, his master, his sensei. So Gigi had nothing to worry about, even though he seemed worried that Naruto might be sad. We have a lot more to talk about Naruto, given the recent events, but tonight has been a rather stressful night. Plus tomorrow you have team arrangements. So, I'll allow you to rest this all off. We'll talk some other time, okay? Sure thing, Gigi, said Naruto. As Sarutobi smiled, seeing that this whole thing hadn't dampened Naruto's mood. He was so happy for that, he was so glad. As Naruto made his way, meanwhile, Haruka was sitting in the office. As he looked towards Sarutobi, do you think he's gonna be okay? Well, Naruto is not one to just give up like that. Knowing this, and seeing that look on his face, I don't believe it will change a single thing. Well, that would be good, said Haruka, as he just hoped that Naruto would be alright with all of this. Hokage-sama, we haven't got a chance to talk about the team arrangements. The particular one with Team 7. Yes, I know it might seem a bit unhanded. I mean, Sasuke and Naruto are the two best in the class. Why would you put the two of them on a team together? I've gotten a special request to train Sasuke. Huh? The only person that is in this village that has the Sharingan that can help him. Kakashi. Yes, said Sarutobi. And given recent developments, after you told me about Naruto's little trick with that lightning, I've been looking into things. And Kakashi is one of the most potent lightning users in the village at the moment. Not to mention, Naruto's skill at the academy, his fighting style, suits well with someone of Kakashi's category. What Sarutobi wouldn't tell him was that Kakashi had asked for him specially. Yes, hearing about Naruto feats in the academy. as he wanted to train his sensei's son. Well, I trust your judgment, Hokage-sama. That would be a hell of a team. Sakura Haruno, Naruto Uzumaki, and Sasuke Uchiha. Well, things would be bad at first, but Aruka just hoped that they would all work it out. The next morning, Naruto was in his office. He was still going over what he was told last night. Where did Naruto get such a potent like nothing from? And who was training him? He was giving Naruto the benefit of the doubt because Naruto never showed any actions of trying to betray the village. And he knew that Naruto would never do something like that. So, he was going to speak with the boy privately soon enough. But he decided to just hold off for now, given that there was a lot going on. Speaking of Naruto, as Naruto was sitting down in the classroom, as Shikamaru was asleep next to him, well, pretending to be. "Hello, Miss Yoshino," said Naruto. "It's good to see you." As Shikamaru jumped up, he looked around frantically. As he looked at Naruto, who was smiling the entire time. "You nearly gave me a heart attack. Thought that my mother was here." "Well, you wouldn't wake up otherwise," said Naruto. "Don't ever do that again," said Shikamaru. As he placed his head back down on the table, his mother would literally kill him if she saw him sleep in the class. As he quickly shrugged it off, though, as Aruka came in, he gave him a long, heartfelt speech about everything that they have accomplished so far, and he wished them all luck on their journey. Naruto spaced out from 1 to 6, as Team 7 was called. Sasuke Uchiha. Half of the girls in the class squealed, as Aruka sighed. Naruto Uzumaki. The other half squealed. Every single girl in the class was praying, begging to come in to put them on the team with these boys. Yes, the ones that love Naruto and the ones that love Sasuke. But this would be an amazing team. People were surprised that this was actually a team. Well, given people like Kima and Shikamaru were curious, because they were the two top of the class. Naruto being the best, so why would, well, Sasuke and Naruto be placed on one team? Well, they didn't know the special circumstances. And the final third member will be Sakura Haruno. Yes, yes, yes! Sakura leaped out of her seat as she looked around. She glared at all the fat girls with a big smile on her face. As she looked towards Ino. "Well, well, Piggy, you can finally give up. I am number one," she said. As Ino just glared at her. Damn it, she cursed in her mind. As Naruto glanced towards Sasuke. Why? Mother of God, why? They had to be in a team with Uchiha. "It's gonna be alright, kid. You just have to do one thing." "Oh, and what's that?" "Put the brat in his place." "Well, haven't I already done that?" said Naruto. "Well, you need to show him that you're number one in the team. So you're gonna have to perform and do your utter best." "Wait, you mean no more holding back?" said Naruto. "No more holding back. Wait, can I release the weights?" "No, of course not. And we need to up them, so you're gonna have to visit the Hirashi shop." Naruto sighed. "What's wrong? Don't want to get stronger?" "Well, I thought I could actually test my true speed. Time will come, kid. Don't be in a rush that much. Everything shall work out perfectly." "Alright, fine," said Naruto, as he heard the rest of the team. As Kiba didn't complain with his team, seeing that there was a beautiful girl on it. She might be shy, but he liked shy girls. On the other hand, Ino was pissed off. She had to be on the team, the fat one, and the lazy one. Why? What did she ever do for her to get this bad luck like this? As she cursed herself over and over. She hated this. She hated every single thing about this. The team Jonin then came, leaving Team 7 alone in the class. Naruto got to his feet. 30 minutes has passed. He was tired of this bullshit. "Where are you going, Naruto?" Sakura said, as she looked towards him. Despite she not liking him, it didn't mean that Naruto, well, talked to her that much. They weren't really friends, given different circumstances that she liked Sasuke, and Ino liked Naruto, and that created a rivalry, stronger with the two girls. But Ino and Naruto never really, well, had a friendship and a bond like that. She just liked him. Naruto did not like her, giving from Kurama advice that he shouldn't go after the fangirls, find someone exotic, or more than one. Sakura has never really spoken to him more than a few sentences before, only when they're in class. They weren't really friends. Perhaps they will have to be friends now, given that they were on the same team together. Yes, a lot of things will have to change. Even though he was going to prove the Uchiha that he was the strongest, but he will still have to work with him. Because if they did not work together, their teamwork will be shabby and shitty. It seems like this Kakashi-sensei isn't coming anytime soon, said Naruto. I'm gonna go get something to eat. But you can't leave. And why is that? Because all of us need to be here when your sensei arrives, said Sakura. Screw this, said inner Sakura, as there was a large, humanoid figure in her head, and that was Sakura. Her inner Sakura. I'm hungry as well. We should just get the hell out of here. But the real Sakura didn't say anything like that. We need to be here when your sensei arrives, she said. Well, when he arrives, call me, said Naruto as he left. Wait, I don't know how... But he was already gone. Sakura sighed. She looked towards Sasuke. Sasuke-kun, what do you think? That was all that Sasuke said. She went over. Sasuke-kun, know that we're on a team together. You perhaps want to go on a date with me so we can discuss team strategies or something like that? We haven't even done anything yet, Sasuke said. What team strategies do you want to discuss? He asked. Sakura was, well, she didn't know what to say. Usually he always say, or ignore her. So she didn't know what to say. As I thought, said Sasuke, as she didn't say a single word. And she felt bad now. Next time she should come with a backup plan. A few hours later, Sakura was fuming. Nothing. They have been waiting here for 3 hours now and they haven't got anything yet. Perhaps she should have gone with Naruto and get something to eat as well, as her stomach was rumbling at the moment. Finally, the door slid open, as a man with hair-defying gravity came in. My first impression of you guys. I hate you all, he said. Sakura and Sasuke's sweat dropped, not understanding this man's brash behavior towards them, despite just knowing them. Where's the other one, he said. It's your fault, Sensei, for showing up so late, said Sakura. He left a long time ago, and he hasn't been back since. He left? Kakashi was surprised by that. He thought that they would wait. It was then that he felt something. He spun around just in time, only to grab Naruto's hand. You really think you would be that easy to sneak up on me? As Naruto smirked, as he grabbed Kakashi's hand that was holding onto him. Kakashi had to quickly move away, as Naruto struck him with the electric current. What the hell? He says. He looked towards Naruto. He heard about the kid, well, fascination when it comes to lightning. But he wanted to know to what degree that Naruto had. And not to mention, he wanted to train him. He saw Naruto laugh, and an image of Minato was behind Naruto. Sensei, he thought. That is for being so late, Cyclops, said Naruto. What? Said Kakashi. Well, you do have one eye, right? Said Naruto as he looked at Kakashi. Or is that just a fashion statement? Well, that's none of your business, said Kakashi. Well, I don't really care about that, Cyclops. So, why were you late? Well, you see, I was walking on the road of life, and I lost track. Road of life, huh? And what's that? Probably when you're a bit older you will know. You're just making up an excuse, right? Because I'm not buying onto your bullshit, said Naruto. Well, you have quite the potty mouth, don't you? And you have stupid hair, said Naruto. What's up with your hair just leaning to the side like that? And what's wrong with my hair, said Kakashi. Well, I hate it, said Naruto. And why should I care? Kakashi asked. Do you know what electricity does to hair when it's focused on a high voltage? Yes. Well, the next time you show up that late, I'm gonna incinerate your hair, said Naruto with a smile. Kakashi blinked. Was this kid joking with him or something? But the way he was talking was just so neutral. As Naruto simply smiled back. So don't be late again, okay, Cyclops? No, that's what I'm talking about. Don't take bullshit from anyone, said Kurama with a smile. How dare he show up this late, having you wait for him like that? Yeah, said Naruto. Screw the Cyclops, said Kurama. Yeah, screw him, said Naruto. Hey, are you hearing me? What? I said, meet me up on the roof, said Kakashi. And with that he was gone. Naruto looked back in the class. Well, you guys coming? Sasuke narrowed his eyes. He had some balls talking to Jonin Sensei like that, but Sasuke didn't really care. As long as he got what he needed training. He didn't want to be on a team with a dope. But he was strong, he would give him that. At least he would not hold back their team, unlike someone else, as he glanced towards Sakura. As Sakura smiled, seeing Sasuke look at her, as she tried to look as beautiful as possible. as the group made their way upstairs. On the ledge was Kakashi as he glanced towards them. Alright, first of all, how about a bit of introduction? Why? Kakashi turned towards Naruto. What do you mean why? I mean, don't you already know everything about us? After all of us have a file. Well, yes, but then this doesn't matter, does it? Said Naruto. You're really talkative, aren't you? Well, you won't learn if you don't talk, said Naruto. Well, you can get in trouble if you talk too much, said Kakashi. That's only if you talk bullshit, said Naruto. As the both of them narrowed their eyes at each other. As Sakura looked back between the two of them, even Sasuke was glancing at them. Seems like he's gonna be trouble, Kakashi thought to himself. Well, he couldn't be the famous Kakashi copy ninja if he couldn't handle a bit of trouble. Not to mention he came in a rather short package. So tell me, Cyclops, what do you know about us? Kakashi eyed twitch, but decided to go along. Well, I know that your name is Naruto Uzumaki, graduating rookie of the class. Has strange fighting abilities that was never taught to him in the academy. Accuracy on point. Taijutsu on point for a small kid. Speed and strength far surpass a normal academy student. Already genin level. And Sasuke Uchiha. Already genin level as well. Speed and accuracy on point as well, including strength for a genin. Sakura Haruno. Smarts on point. Still, she's lacking in the taijutsu, fighting in jutsu department, but able to perform the basics for the academy. Well then, you know a lot, said Naruto. Well, what are your hobbies, said Kakashi. Hobbies, said Naruto. Well, they didn't tell me that. Hobbies, dislikes, likes. Oh, that's easy, said Naruto. I like a lot of things, and I don't like many things. Kakashi blinked, including the others. What does that mean, said Sakura. How about you, said Naruto. Well, I like... She glanced towards Sasuke as her face turned red as she squealed a bit. I guess I dislike Ino Pig. Isn't she your best friend? What, you're sticking up for her now? Is she your girlfriend or something? Sakura asks. And why would you care if she was? Wait, is she? No, said Naruto. You just seem jealous. Why would I be jealous of you? Don't know. Well, Uchiha, how about you? I dislike many things. I rarely like anything. And I have one dream. No, it's ambition. And that's to kill a certain somebody. Oh, said Kakashi to himself. Revenge. Alright then. Seeing that we got this strange introduction out of the way, as he glanced towards Naruto. Tomorrow the real tests begin. Wait, tests? Said Sakura. Yes. But we already did a test to graduate the academy. That was the academy test. This is my test of your sensei. Oh, I would advise you not to eat tomorrow, because it wouldn't be good. Wait, what do you mean? Sakura said. Tomorrow, 7. Train ground 7. With that, the man flashed away. Is that it? Sakura shouted. Seems our sensei doesn't really like us, does he? She said. Said Sasuke. What do you think, Naruto? She asked. Well, all I know is that I'm eating breakfast. But he told us not to. He didn't say that. Without warning, Naruto jumped off the balcony. Sakura rushed over to the edge, as she was about to scream when she saw Naruto hopping down towards the lower roof and jumping down. She released a sigh of relief. Sasuke glanced over to her. If the dope was trying to kill himself, she'd have been screaming by now. He simply shrugged it off. Later that day, Naruto was standing in front of the Hokage. So, Naruto, he said, I'm not prosecuting you or anything, but things have come to my, enlightenment. Things that were strange for you to know at your given age. Oh, and what is that, Jiji? Naruto asked. Well, said Sarutobi with a smile, matching Naruto's smile. The things that you've done so far. Things that you shouldn't know. Can you tell me what is going on with you? What should I do? Said Naruto. Tell him. Wait, what? You told me to keep it a secret. Well, you're out of the academy now and you're gonna become a real ninja. And he's Hokage. You might as well tell him. Alright then, said Naruto. Alright, Jiji. As Naruto looked around. What's wrong, Naruto? You're gonna want to Send away those guys. Sarutobi narrowed his eyes. What do you mean? Well, one's over there, one's right there, and one's over there, and the other one is behind me. Sarutobi blinked. Did Naruto just send out all the envoys in the room? Naruto, how did you... Send them away and we talk, said Naruto. Sarutobi waved his hand as all of the envoys vanished. As Naruto glanced around, before he slammed his hands together, as Sarutobi watched a small electric field came from Naruto's palms before he spread around. What do you do? That was a sound disruptor, so we won't be able to be eavesdrop on. Sarutobi was getting kind of scared. The things that Naruto was doing, it seems like something bad. Like Naruto did something really bad to be hiding this much. I've been talking to the Nine Tails. This was worse than Sarutobi thought. As he narrowed his eyes at Naruto. Calm down. It's not like he's possessing me or anything like that. I know that's the first thing you're thinking, but it's not. We've become friends, actually. What? Said Sarutobi. Yeah. Over the years, he's been training me. So that's a strange fighting style. He's the one who's been teaching you that? Weird. Well, in my mind, said Naruto. He hasn't asked me to release him from the seal or anything. He's just helped me. He has a powerful affinity to the lightning. As Sarutobi remembered on that night, when the thunderstorm and the beast literally sending lightning waves through the village. And he inherited into my body. So I have a powerful affinity to lightning as well. That is why I can do these amazing things. So for the past years he has been teaching me. So, you'd already known. Yeah, said Naruto. I thought it would be best to keep to myself, to not let you worry. But it's out in the open now, well, you know, said Naruto. Me alone? Yes, I haven't told anyone else, said Naruto. Sarutobi released a sigh of relief at that. Well, that was good. But this was serious. Has he told you anything that seems suspicious? Upon you releasing him, no, said Naruto. He has been nothing but nice. Trust me, he's a good guy. Wait, guy? Yeah, he has a human form that he go into to train me. Sarutobi's mind was being blown by this information. And he hasn't tried anything with you, telling you to do anything that you didn't want to. No, said Naruto. He's the one that has been helping me the entire time. In fact, I have to thank him for everything he has helped me with. Sarutobi narrowed his eyes at Naruto. And you're sure you're okay? Yeah, said Naruto. Believe me, JJ, he's not trying anything stupid. He's my friend. Alright, Naruto. I'll put my trust in you to believe you. But I also want you to keep an eye out. To make sure that he is not trying to trick you. You are a smart kid. And you need to understand the dangers of the fox taking over your body. Oh, you wouldn't do something like that. Naruto, I need you to focus. I need you to be on the watch. And keep me updated about this training of yours. Okay, said Naruto. Come here, said Sarutobi. Naruto got up as Sarutobi told him to lift up his shirt. Doing as he was told, Sarutobi channeled chakra to his finger and placed under Naruto's stomach. It tickled a bit. As a seal ray spread over Naruto's stomach, Sarutobi glanced at it. Well, the seal seemed to be in perfect tack. And you sure you're okay? Yes, JJ, I'm fine, said Naruto. Trust me, he hasn't done anything stupid. Alright. I want to hear more about this training that you have been going under. But you have a big test tomorrow, so I'd advise you go home and get yourself ready for that. Do you have any idea what this test is about, said Naruto? Sorry, but I can't tell you that, said Sarutobi. You're gonna need to figure that out for yourself. But just know, Naruto, your teammates are there to back you up, if anything. My teammates? Well, the Uchiha hate me, and the girl is not really much of a ninja, said Naruto. Well, teammate is always the best thing. After all, teamwork is the best thing out there in the field. Huh, if you say so. With that, Naruto left after dropping the barrier. As Sarutobi watched him leave, as he wondered if Naruto would figure out what he was telling him about teamwork. Time skip. The next day, Sasuke and Sakura are on the field waiting. It was 7. They were stupid enough to think that their sensei would be there that early. 2 hours passed. It was now 9. The both of them were getting agitated by the moment passed. Another hour, it was now 10. Sakura got to her feet. Not even Naruto was here yet. What was she thinking? As her stomach rumbled. She should have really eaten something last night. Sasuke was not doing much better as he was hungry. Yes, really hungry. Suddenly, yo. The both of them turned to see Naruto. As Sasuke looked around, where the hell did he come from? You're finally here, said Sakura. What took you so long? Well, where's our sensei, said Naruto. Well, he's not here yet. Well then, why are you here, said Naruto. Because he told us to show up at 7. But he isn't he? As Naruto rubbed his hands together, with a smile on his face. What should that look, Sakura asked. I warned him about being late. This test will be a perfect opportunity for me to do what I planned. He then heard rumbling, as Naruto turned towards Sasuke, who blushed in embarrassment to turn his head. Hungry, Uchiha? Of course not, Sasuke said. Of course not. Naruto reached towards his hand, and, waved one hand sign, there was a poof. He would have to thank Uncle for teaching him how to seal things away in his arm and in different compartments and scrolls. As there was a bag, a wet bag. He went into the bag. He tossed something to Sakura, who caught it. As Sakura's eyes went wide, her lips started to water. This is a... Well, go ahead and eat, said Naruto. But I can't. Sensei told I already eat something, said Naruto. He did not say that we must not eat, he said. It would be best if we did not eat something. Think about it. It's a way to psych us out. And who wouldn't be fully fed and ready for a mission? As Naruto walked over, here he said, I don't want that. Uchiha, I know you and I never really got along together well. But we're on a team now, we're gonna have to work together. Or I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. For you to understand, to stop being so damn arrogant and stupid. What? Said Sasuke as he turned towards Naruto. Come on guys, don't fight, Sakura said. As she really didn't want to fight, and they were going to be taking a test later on. Look, whatever this test is, we're going to be taking it as a team, so we need to be ready. Sasuke still simply shrugged him off, only for Naruto to grab him by the back of the neck. Sasuke raised his hand as Naruto put 2 fingers on his shoulder before zapping him. As he did to the next arm, Sasuke's hands went completely numb. What did you do to me? Naruto kicked away his feet as Sasuke fell to the ground, unwrapping the sandwich. What the hell are you doing, said Sasuke. I'm gonna force feed you, said Naruto, because you're just too stupid to do it yourself. Sasuke turned his head. I can eat by myself. Get off me, damn it, he said. Are you gonna eat, said Naruto. Yes, Sasuke said, as he glared at Naruto. As Naruto got up, that should wear off in a few seconds. Sasuke got up as he felt his arms turning back normal. What the hell was that anyway? A secret, said Naruto, as he tossed the sandwich as Sasuke caught it. He looked at the sandwich. Despite not showing it, he was hungry. He unwrapped it as he started to eat. Good, isn't it? It is, Sakura said. I've never seen this sandwich sell anywhere in the village. Where did you get it? Oh, I made it myself, said Naruto. Wait, really? Well, I've taken on the art of cooking, said Naruto. Guess this is just the first stage. As she bit down into the sandwich even more, she had to admit it was wonderful. Sasuke simply grunted. What? It's not amazing, Uchiha. I had better, said Sasuke. Naruto simply laughed. A good 30 minutes later, yo, said Kakashi, as he arrived. Oh, hello there, porn man, said Naruto. What did you just call me? Well, I spoke to a friend about you. And they know you quite well. Known as a porn man, going around the village reading porn in broad daylight. As Kakashi narrowed his eyes, he wondered who the hell told Naruto about something like that. And where did you get this piece of information? I'll never tell, said Naruto, as he smirked. He was going to make sure his sensei stopped coming late after what he has planned today. As his smirk simply intensified, that smirk put Kakashi on edge a bit, as he wondered what the kid was planning or thinking. But guys, if you end subscribe right here, if you want to see this part, if you already know to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.